Hey everybody, it's Erin at Scandalous Beauty. Today I'm going to show you another piece of the interview that I had with makeup artist Billy Brassfield, better known as Billy B. So, of course, this is the Skype interview that we had a couple months ago. It was just an hour of candid talking about everything that just happened to come up. So today we're going to talk to Billy about why he can't draw. He can't even draw a smiley face, which makes I cannot for the life of me figure out how you can be such a such a like above my level of understanding great makeup artist and you can't draw a stick figure. I don't understand it, but it goes to show that there are certain requirements that people want you to have to get a job and certain things, and you might not be able to do that one minor thing, but everything else that you do is so much greater, and it overshadows that one small thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. Check out the video. You'll see what I mean.
So I was always a really creative person. Although I can't draw a smiley face or a stick figure. It's interesting, people always ask me that, because they think I'm so talented or whatever, but they'll be like, well, do you paint? Is that how you started? And I'm like, no, boo, I can't even draw a smiley face.
So you can wing liner to perfection, but can't draw a smiley face.
You know what I call it? I call it being a really good colorer. Like being, coloring really good in a coloring book. It's the same thing to me, like the face, because the structure, the outline is there, and then it's up to you to fill it in. And so, what I do know I'm good at is manipulating that original structure. I mean, I know that I can do that, but to this day, after I've been doing this so long, I can't draw even remotely the likeness of someone or even an abstract version. I'm not kidding. It's really weird.
That's crazy.
Not good at it at all.
So if you were to do do you do face charts? Do you ever have to do them? And if so, are they a challenge for you?
I did do one. Just recently, I'm doing a project with a massive cosmetic company, and I'm very excited about it. And maybe by the time this, you actually put this out, I can talk about it. But I actually had to create a face chart for them, and I am very proud of it. You wouldn't believe the finished product. I was terrified.
Wow.
Because I never worked in a department store, and I did not sell makeup in a department store when there were face charts. I mean, there was, barely, we had just finished with covered wagons when I worked at Macy's at a cosmetic counter. So, it wasn't like today now where makeup artists are like, it's intimidating. I look at the, MAC artists and stuff like that, and, it's like crazy what they do on those face charts.
Right.
And it's intimidating to me. And so, when they told me to do it, they asked me to do it, I was like, okay. And then after, I just, completely crashed and burned. I was like, I can't.
Oh.
And so I went online. And I don't even have a face chart. So I went online and I got a face chart, blank face chart offline. And I was trying to figure out, because I'm in Los Angeles and I don't have a proper office or anything like that, and I'm not particularly techy. I don't have a printer and all that kind of stuff. Wouldn't even know how to use it if I did. And so I went to the mail place, the UPS place where you do that kind of stuff, like FedEx. And I asked them to print it. Like an idiot, I only printed one. I didn't even think about it until I got back here. And I was like, OMG, I cannot fuck this up, because what am I going to do? Because I don't want to have to go through all this again. So I knew I had one shot at it. And then I was like, shit, how am I going to, once I do the face chart, how am I going to then get the face chart? And I was like, oh, okay. So I did the face chart, and then I took a picture of this so ghetto, but I took a picture of the face chart with my phone, and then I emailed that photograph to myself, and then put it into my laptop, and then emailed it to Paris.
You know,
that's how I ended up doing it.
I'm perplexed because everybody, and that was your method of making the face chart system work. You just emailed it to yourself.
You know what? So many things went through my mind. I was like, because when I'm in Los Angeles, my source of like that kind of thing is Mac on Robertson. The Mac store on Robertson is kind of like the makeup creative think tank. Mm-hmm. And I thought, well, maybe I'll just go. I mean, I thought everything. I procrastinated for hours and hours and hours, and I had to do it that night. And I was just like, well, what am I going to do? And I'd be like, well, maybe I'll just go to Mac on Robertson. I'll just say, can somebody show me how to do this? And then they'll just end up doing it, and I'll be like, okay, and then I'll do that. And then I was too lazy, actually, to get in the car and drive in the traffic and get over there and do all that kind of stuff. And so I just thought, and I'm just going to dive in. So that's what I did.